Hello there and welcome to another video. This is BT Plays here, and today we are going to be doing a 1 year review on the Crew Motorfest, because believe it or not, this game at the time of recording is 1 year and 7 days old. I remember the first day of playing this game and how hyped I was, whereas now I'm definitely not as hyped. But anyway, let's get into this review. But before we do, don't forget to like and subscribe, as it does help out the channel massively. Okay, so the Crew Motorfest is the third game in the Crew series and has a completely different spin on things, because this game is set in the gorgeous US state of Hawaii. It's a very beautiful map and has some really good graphics. As you can see by the gameplay, this is all filmed on the PS5 and it still looks great. Ubisoft have also announced that in November a new map expansion will be coming to the game, allowing us to explore the island of Maui on top of the existing island of Oahu. Although the island of Oahu is expansive and houses many different areas and wildlife, after a while it feels like you're constantly driving in the same areas of the map. That's one downside of having a smaller, more controllable map, whereas in the previous Crew games we could explore hundreds of towns and cities in a scaled down USA. I'm not saying the map is bad, it definitely has some great spots like the city of Honolulu or the Barack Obama mural. I'm just hoping that the island of Maui brings us some more life and different scenery to the game, but overall the map is consistent, works with most vehicle types, and most importantly is quite fun to explore for the first couple of times. So if you have played the Crew 2 and are thinking of playing the Crew Motorfest, just know that the physics of the vehicles have been drastically improved. I think everyone has touched on the new physics model in the Crew Motorfest, and I mean it definitely has improved and feels less arcade-like. I still find myself getting frustrated and annoyed with some of the elements, which is a little bit annoying. Things like the AI being able to rubber band off each other, or how some really expensive good vehicles perform awfully without some slight adjustments in their settings. It doesn't make any sense. Overall, I see why they have chosen to completely overhaul the physics of the vehicles in this game, but sometimes it doesn't make a lot of sense and makes you question whether or not the game is broken or not. Talking more about settings, they also have features that are found in most racing games nowadays. I like to call these support settings. Stuff like the racing line can be turned on and off, or can be only turned on for corners. Traction control has multiple settings, allowing you to go full F1 mode or full Crew 2 mode depending on the situation. Other settings include drift assist, ABS, ESP and airplane handling assist as well. These settings allow you to either play the game like a true racing game like Gran Turismo, or more like an arcade game, or even somewhere in the middle if you tweak all of the settings. Of course, the most important thing about a racing game is the content. Well, for any game the most important thing is the content. In terms of vehicles, the Crew Motorfest has boats, planes, hypercars, F1 vehicles, off-road vehicles, motorcycles and many more, 700 plus to be precise. All these vehicles can be used in events and in free roam to explore Hawaii and the island of Oahu and the new island of Maui as well when it comes out. There are also new vehicles being added all the time as well. Things like updates, summits and season passes will bring out new vehicles that you can purchase, obtain or even test drive. Now, in terms of events, over the course of the year we've had 5 new content updates that bring us over 40 new events and loads of vehicles. In my personal opinion on these updates, I don't think they were that great, not because of the content that was in them, but I feel like these events would be so much better suited for the Crew 2. It's just something to do with the gameplay and the physics. It just didn't really, perform well in the Crew Motorfest in my opinion. And I'm talking about the updates such as the Hollywood Action update or the Gymkhana update. Definitely would be much suited towards the Crew 2. Now this leads me into events as a whole in the Crew Motorfest, because I'll be honest, they aren't all that fun, because some of them use aspects from the Crew 2, like I said, the Gymkhana and the Hollywood action updates. They don't really carry over that well into the new physics model, but the other events that we do have in the Crew Motorfest, they are just very repetitive, just like any other racing game really. Unfortunately, you do need to spend a few hours on this game as well, as it is a very grindy game, just like the Crew 2. So if you want to get them cars that you really want, you know, the Koenigsegg's, the Lamborghinis, the Bugattis, you will have to put in time and effort to get the money for them vehicles. Unless of course you are willing to spend real life money on some Crew credits, which I highly suggest not doing. We were talking about the offline AI events, but there are also 2 multiplayer game modes that you can participate in. These are Grand Race and Demolition Royale. Grand Race allows you to join in on an event with 20 plus players that takes you around the sites of Oahu. Demolition Royale, on the other hand, is the worst thing ever made by any gaming company in history. Who thought having a battle royale in a racing game would be a great idea? Well, someone did. You can also play with up to 3 different friends in offline events as well, so you don't get bored grinding by yourself. It just feels a bit repetitive and inconsistent. But when new content like the map expansion comes out, I will definitely be playing and jumping back on. Obviously, if you are into racing games that are quite grindy and require a lot of time and effort, this one could be for you. And I know I missed out some features in this video, but I just wanted to make it as short and impactful as possible, so hopefully you did enjoy. And of course, if you did enjoy, don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new, as it does help out the channel massively. Anyway, I will see you in the next video.